Good evening and welcome along to another Thursday night in the Broadcasting Lounge, and we're coming to Road Atlanta tonight for some GTE action thanks to Manon Racing Products. Alongside me in the Broadcasting Lounge tonight is Corey Kitchen. How's it going, Corey? Hello, Corey.
Oh, yep, you can hear me
There
all
we
right, can
go.
you?
Yep, now I've got you.
Yeah, wow. And what I come up with earlier was that we're here at Road Atlanta and we have confirmed it as Supercars NZ's home track because everyone loves to come here, don't they?
Yeah, it seems to be a very popular track with Supercars NZ members, and it is a very cool track. I can see why it's so popular. See the layout there on the track map on the right hand side of that graphic, and it's a 4.06 kilometre layout on the full course here tonight, sitting at 291 metres above sea level, 20 degree ambient temperature and 41% humidity. Overcast conditions, so that should keep the track temps nice and cool, and we should hopefully see some good quick lap times out there tonight.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks where it's definitely a flow track because you've got a lot of up and a lot of down and a lot of turning while going up and down. 12 corners. Yeah, like you said, was it 4.8 kilometres?
4.06 I've got.
Okay. Yeah, mine says 4.08. So 2 meters in there somewhere.
Anyway, we are in the middle of qualifying at the moment, and Stefan McCartan currently holding the provisional pole position by 17th or nearly 18th of a second over Aaron Goodrick. Both those guys in the Corvette, and a bit of a change up where we're used to seeing the Porsches dominate the top of the standings in the GTE series, but at the moment, it's not quite the case with the Brady Stanley just jumping up to P4 in a Porsche.
Yeah, maybe we're seeing American track in an American car tonight, is it? Just the way the Corvette likes the feel of this American circuit, maybe? We're way down in Florida too, so it'll be pretty moist out there. Overcast conditions, I bet the humidity's fairly decent.
Yeah, Georgia, not Florida, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Close enough.
Yeah, same diff.
Yeah,
It's all
America's just
American.
one state. And they're all fans of iRacing. Thank you very much, iRacing, for the service you provide us.
Yeah, we love iRacing. Thanks, iRacing. Aaron Goodrick is currently sitting P2 there, also in the Corvette. Oh, no, Darren Lobb has just jumped up to P2 in the Porsche.
He lobbed it into second.
He did lob it into second. Still 16th off Stefan though, so bit of time to find if he wants to go toe to toe with the man who seems to be the master of GTEs at the moment as Darren runs a bit wide, and Brady Stanley has jumped ahead of Darren now to sit P2.
Yeah, Corvette, Porsche, Porsche, Corvette, and then Beamer.
Yeah, Jakob Inter in the Beamer, currently in the pits in P5. Actually making his way back out on track now.
Yeah, so just 4 Porsches in the top 10 tonight.
Yeah, slightly lower turnout overall in the Porsche department as well, so that's probably contributing to that. We've got, looks like 6 Porsches overall. 2 of them haven't set a time yet.
Yeah, of course, Stefan not normally in the Corvette, but yeah, so normally in a Porsche, has been through the season, I think. Managed to take that Corvette to the top.
Yeah, well, we are, of course, for the summer series this season, allowing multiple car changes for all the drivers. So Stefan obviously liking something about the Corvette at Road Atlanta and choosing to make that change tonight.
Yeah, maybe it's that. Yeah, the Corvette front engine. Are they front engine? Yeah, they are, aren't they? Front engine rear wheel drive.
I believe this one might be a mid-engine actually.
Oh, shit the bed. Oh well, that's out. Yeah, you're probably right. It does look like one, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know earlier models of the Corvette are front engine, but I believe, is this the C8? I think it was the C8 they moved to mid-engine, so if this is the C7 it might be front engine.
Yeah,
Can't
you
remember whether it was
could
the
be right.
C7 or the C8.
Yeah, because both are in the service too. I believe the C7 is also in the service. Or was it a C6? Got me wondering now. We've got a couple of minutes left, and of course heat racing tonight too. So we've got a 15-minute race and a 25-minute race, and not enough fuel to get home in the second race. So everybody's going to have to stop, get a lick of fuel. I would imagine tyres are going to be an issue here, and only 25 minutes. But would you be silly to take? You'd have to, wouldn't you? Take tyres because it would be covered under fuel, would it, Shane?
I don't know that the tyres will be covered by fuel, or certainly not 4 tyres, because they do have to do one tyre at a time. And I think, yeah, I think quite often with these cars you are better to keep a warm tyre on than you are to chuck cold tyres at it, especially in a shorter race like we've got tonight.
Yeah, we'll have people going as far as they can on the fuel and in for a lick of fuel and get it home with as less laps to go as possible, I would imagine.
So I can confirm that this Corvette GTE is the C8, so I believe that is a mid-engine.
All right. Yeah, I do have some points, so I hope we've got in here. So at the moment, currently, Stefan McCartan is on pole position. He is currently leading the championships on 554 points, 2 wins, so it hasn't been up the front for every race. So, and then Brady Stanley, who's currently in second, and both in the championship and here on 512. Leith Swinney is just quick maths, looks to be 15 points behind, roughly. Oh, 16 actually, maybe. Yeah, and third, and then it's really tight. Just you got Lee Swinney, Dylan Shepherd, Matthew Gerard, Nico Cordier, Rydoff Jenkins, Aaron Goodrick, and Roger Forbert, all within, well, I can keep going, Daniel Turner, Carl Nedler, they're all pretty close, within sort of 20, 30 points of each other too, so double points too, being for every race too through the season, so it can turn on its head if you have an ugly race too, can it?
Yeah, it can. Yeah, very quickly. If you have a bad night, you can lose a lot of points very quickly and drop down that order. But and with those standings being so tight there as well, that a big points loss can mean a big position loss.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. And it is getting to that point in the season where you have to think about where you're finishing. It's all going to make a difference. But Stefan McCartan got quite a healthy lead at the moment, so as long as he's up the front, he'll be happy. No Dylan Shepherd in tonight either. Haven't seen his name pop up.
Yeah, Stefan taking a comfortable pole position as well, and he's going to line up alongside Brady Stanley on the front row. And then we've got Darren Lobb and Aaron Goodrick in behind. Then back to Dylan Radford and Jaco Venter. And then Nico Cordia and Leith Swinney round out the top 8. And then Chris Zalewski, Steve Dower in there in 10th. Brendan Brownie is going to line up 11th alongside Wayne Hartnell. Then Louis Robinson, Matt Priest, Dan Turner, Jonathan Turner. Couple of Turners side by side there. And then we've got Tom McCall, Ben McMurray, Trent Bennett, Bart Slabbert, Steve Arthur, and looks like Steve is going to be rounding out the grid because the rest of the names you see there are Corey alongside me in race control, us in the broadcast lounge, and Sean McNamara and Deon DeGraff in race control.
Yeah, 21 starters, I believe. Well, looks like we may have a couple starting out of pit lane. They haven't gridded yet, but they still have time.
Yeah, still waiting on Darren Lobb there in third. We've got the front row all on there.
G'day, Scott Pickering. He's the first comment, as per normal. Glad to see you're along watching, Scott.
Darren just dropping in there now, and we should be ready to roll in about 15 seconds.
Yeah, Trent Bennett and Steve Arthur yet to take the grid, so they possibly will start out of pit lane, maybe.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one.
Yeah, haven't seen them drop out. Their names are still in here, so. Oh no, they're both gone actually, I believe. After further investigation.
So we are just now rolling off behind the pace truck.
Actually, I do think they are here.
They might be here, they might not. They might race, they might not. We'll see.
Green, green, green.
So we've got the green flag. Stephen McCartan getting the jump out of the final corner and taking the lead. Bit of forward action in behind as well, as they all pile down into turn one. Oh, I think 4, maybe even 5 wide through the apex of turn 1 there. But they all get through cleanly.
Oh, we've got a jigsaw car around. Lou Robinson, he has come adrift up the top of the hill and just slotting in to the rear field.
Looks like he's got that going again.
Yeah, look to do a 360 almost and then just carry on. And we've got another car up there on the screen who's come across as well.
Making their way up the back straight now. It's Stephen McCartan leading over Darren Lobb, who's managed to improve into P2.
That's Brady Stanley we did see off. So he's dropped down to P19 chain.
Yeah, I was just going to say Brady Stanley has dropped well down the order after starting off the front row. So he was that car that we saw around out of the S's section, and we will pick up what went on there once the race all settles down. But it is Stephen McCartan out front, 1.2 seconds over Darren Lobb in second place. Aaron Goodrick and Dylan Radford having a little bit of a battle in behind for the final spot on the podium.
Yeah, I didn't hear any calls from race control on that first lap, so nobody's upset with anybody at least. Oh, it's close.
Ben McMurray and Dan Turner having a little bit of contact there. They were having a bit of a battle all the way down the hill there, I think. And I think that was Nico Cordia that was off there. He's got it back going. Steve Darren has had a crash as well, and he's facing the wrong way at the exit of the hairpin and gets it back on cleanly, and he will carry on his way, but he's dropped almost all the way to the back of the field, unfortunately, with that little spin.
Yeah, looks like we've got 19 cars that have started. So, yeah, he's just near the rear there. Here we are up Thomas McCall. Just running a little bit wide onto the grass.
Oh, I thought it was going to go 3 wide there, but oh no! That's a big one. Louis Robinson and Tom McCall caught up. Louis immediately towing to the pits. Tom McCall has
going the wrong way
gone
here.
hard into the barriers, and he's going to have to tow there as well. So that was a massive one. Dan Turner putting pressure on Matt Priest here for the final spot inside the top 10.
Yeah, bit to unpack from that first couple of laps.
Yeah, so unfortunately I haven't got the lap 1 incident for Louis Robinson. That's not showing, coming up as any data there. What I do have is Brady Stanley's moment going off track. I think it's going to be a bit more serious. So Darren had already found his way by him, and then he's just run a little bit wide out of there, caught the gravel, managed to keep it off the wall, but losing big time with running sideways down the grass there. And does a good job to back it away from the wall and not go too far and end up on the track in front of a car at race speed.
Yeah, very, very lucky there. And I showed you was on the brakes and come to a stop safely.
Yeah, this was Nico Cordier on lap 2. Oh, very similar thing as what happened to Brady, but he's spun off on the other way. I think he managed to keep it out of the wall as well. Gets it back going.
Yeah, I think he did. He was very lucky as well. Well, that's 2 from 2 for lucky.
And Steve Darren, moments after that, into the hairpin, locks the rears, and it just goes around on him. That was almost like a Gen 3 supercar spin.
It did, and he did the right thing, just sort of kept the car out of the way. It was a bit of a spot to get it wrong.
And then this was that moment between Tom McCall and Louis
Ooh.
Robinson coming down the hill.
Yeah, so they've just had race control. I'll let this play, and then we'll tell you what race control have done.
Oh,
Lou's disappeared. He's gone into the abyss straight away. So race control have given 501 a drive-through penalty for avoidable contact there.
yep, I can understand that. If Tom hadn't gone into the wall as well, I would probably say that was self-penalising. But yeah, Tom obviously affected by it and going hard into the wall as well. So yeah, at the end of the day, Louis was a long way away from the racing line there, and Tom had to turn in at some point, and they just made contact.
Yeah, both cars are back out there doing some laps though. But slab it in the pit lane, I'm seeing.
Yeah, he is, and he's sitting in his pit box. Data seems to show that he's driven in there, but he has had an off-track just before that. I think I've grabbed the wrong thing there as the data was jumping around. This should be... Oh, so he's found the tyres there, so I think he's come in for a fast repair.
Oh yeah, he is back out on track now. Thomas McCall coming back in though. Maybe a speeding penalty there for Tommy McCall.
Aaron Goodrick moves up to P5, getting past Elise 20 there. That was a nice move.
G'day Ross Watson in the chat. Bush, how are we all? We are good. Thursday's racing is well underway, and it's given us plenty of excitement thanks to MRP.
Yeah, I thought Elise 20 was going to fire it back down the inside on Aaron there, but he just wasn't quite able to get the late braking on him there. Dan Turner close in behind Matt Priest as well. Got a little battle going on. Just outside of the top 10, Dylan Radford is in the pits.
Yeah, both those drivers following each other through, both up 5 spots into P9, P10. Just looking at some of the other movers, Jonathan Turner, he's up 9 spots, And Chris Zaluski, Race Week sponsor, Racecrafts. He's up 5 spots into P4 too, so having a good time.
And Jonathan Turner up 9 spots.
Did he just get it done? Did he? In this battle here, we're on here. This is the battle for the roundabouts, the top 8 and the starting position for race 2, because invert top 10, Dan Turner currently holding that position, but about to try and put a move. I don't know how he's going to go around the outside here. Through 10A, 10, is it 10A, 10 and 10A?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know why they can't just be 10 and 11.
Oh, and Brownie is taking a pit stop.
Yeah, surprised to see quite a few guys through the lane early on in this one. Not expecting any pit stops to be required for fuel in the first race. We certainly are expecting that in the second race, but yeah, quite surprised to see a number of guys through the lane early on.
Yeah, he stopped for 3.8 seconds. So I'm guessing was he on qualifying fuel.
Maybe.
Oh, Steve Darren off in the kitty litter. Back out there. Dragged a little bit of kitty litter back on with him.
I'm assuming Ross Watson's comment there is in response to you referring to Dan Turner going around the outside.
Oh, right. Go take the fuck go around the outside. That's stuck in my head, Ross. Thank you. Could be worse. Could be worse. You could have total eclipse of the heart stuck in your ears, but change heart to fart.
All side by side, Aaron Goodrick and Jaco Venter for the podium. And looks like Aaron's got that one done, so he's on a bit of a charge. We saw him get around Leith Swinney a little while ago, and now he has made his way up into P3.
Yeah, Aaron just having a quiet race, isn't he? Just chipping away at it. I mean, he's up 1 spot, just in the right spot. He'll be up towards the back for the second race, but just a few cars to pass. Can't be that hard, surely, can it?
No, we've seen the Dylan who's not Dylan Radford, the other Dylan who's not here tonight, whose last name has eluded me. He's done it on a number of occasions, making his way through very quickly from the reverse top 10, dropping down to 9th or 10th and making his way through to win the feature race.
You know, we'll just so in race control tonight down to Graph too. I'm just going to drop this in there. He's racing in the OSR Bathurst 12 hour, so he's got pre-qual tonight. But he's jumped in and he's doing race control. Him and BJ, and BJ's just posted in. They've done in the qualifying session on a 57-degree track. They've done a 204.425. So yeah, BJ and Dion teaming up for a Simplex KRF assault on the Bathurst 12 hour on Sunday. So yeah, good luck to them two boys. Hopefully they get in.
Yeah, and you say he's racing. Not necessarily yet. He's got to get in first.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, only I think 35 GT3s out of a possible 70-something buying for the position.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy numbers there. So you've got to be absolutely on it to get yourself onto that particular grid.
Well, I can say working with OSR for all of our, they've actually done race control for all 4 of our enduro for mental health events. Great bunch of blokes. They run a fair race and they definitely have a lot of fun doing our events, and have pledged to be back again too when it happens again on the 14th of June, which is the day after Friday the 13th. So should be pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. Can't wait for that. And it must be 4 months away tomorrow, is it?
God, hell, you're freaking me out now. No, yeah, no, it is. And yeah, we found ourselves a charity, and at the moment we're just locking everything in for the rest of that. So there will be more of that coming pretty soon once me and Ash lock horns and figure out a little fewer details that we want to have sealed.
You can't wait. It's always a great event, and we missed it last year, but understood that you obviously needed some, well, needed some time to focus on you, and yeah, very much looking forward to getting it back going again this year.
Yeah, 100%. I worked on my mental health, and yeah, better off for it. I think if I tried to run the event last year, it would have been pretty manic. And we got Thomas McCall got himself into some trouble again too.
Don't you love it when the data moves right when you're trying to click on it?
Oh yeah.
Alright, Tom McCall into the airpin. Ooh,
Oh,
just getting up
unlucky,
on
my
that
friend.
curb and losing traction on the rears and going around on them.
Yeah, you had to do a few turns, I think, to get.
Oh,
Yeah, he gave it a love tap, didn't he?
he
But
did,
anyway,
and bit of a
he's
bump over the grass there as well. That
he's keeping
looks,
on going though.
from the outside looking in that situation where he's trying to get it back on track and he drives into the wall, it looks really bad, but I can tell you from being in the car, it is really hard to see where the front of your car actually is, and sometimes you think you've got a bit more space and then you just bump into the wall.
Might be checkered flag too. Maybe I think maybe it's at 15.
Yep, this is checkered flag coming up. Stephen McCartan coming down the hill and around the final corner to take out race one of the evening. Well done, Stephen McCartan. Darren Lobb, 8 seconds back in P2, so a very strong performance from Stefan tonight. Darren Lobb comes across P2, and he was 11 seconds up the road on Aaron Goodrick, who rounds out that podium position. Jaco Venter coming in behind in P4, Leith 25th, Chris Zalewski 6th, Jonathan Turner 7th, Brady Stanley 8th, Nico Cordia 9th, Dan Turner takes the reverse grid pole, finishing this one in 10th, Matt Priest just missing out on that in 11th, Ben McMurray 12th, Steve Darren 13th, Dylan Radford and Wayne Hartnell are having a battle to the line, but looks like Dylan's going to get it done. Sweeps in front and takes out P14, Wayne Hartnell P15, Brendan Brownie P16, and then Louis Robertson, Bart Slabbit coming home a lap down, and Tom McCall a couple of laps down but making the finish nonetheless there. So very exciting first race, short and sweet as usual, and now we've got a short warm up where we might see some trophy truck racing before we head into our 25-minute feature.
Yeah, we'll use the track.
So good to see Dion did manage to join as a driver. We weren't sure whether he was going to be able to or not. Happy that he was, because we love these races.
I've given them a bit of a head start, but I've got a plan.
Oh, they're bumping already, Sean and Dion.
Yeah, he said no grass, but I'm going to see what they do here, because there is a hard right-hand corner that will win this race for me. Oh, they didn't do it.
Oh! Well, that's certainly not grass.
Wasn't there though.
Not sure if Sean and Dion have quite worked out where you went. Oh, now
No,
you
they
found
still
the other
won't.
pit lane.
Yeah, no, this is my Joker lap, I'm going to call it.
Sean's gone down the other pit lane as well. Dion has as well.
Yeah, so if they take, or I've just called it over the other radio, that I took the Joker lap, so that's the Joker lap. So they can go that way this time, and they should, if they do go that way, that should bring them out pretty close to me.
Well, Sean's ignoring the no grass rule now. He's taking all the grass all the way down the S's. You can't make rules for the trophy trucks, can you?
And, oh, there they are. I've taken Lou out, I
They're
think.
taking it. They're taking it. Oh! You put an obstacle in his path.
Is that Macker on his side?
It sure is. That was absolutely brilliant. Oh, Dion faking to the alternate pit lane and then cutting back across onto the track.
Oh, me and Sean agreed to the alternate pit lane.
Somehow I haven't got any data on Louis Robinson crashing. Sean's given up the ghost. He's gone back to the pits after being launched onto his side. Oh, it's going to be close to the line. Oh! Oh, who got there first? Looking at the replay, I'm going to call it and say Corey got to the line just before Dion did there.
Oh, that's fun. That was fun. The Joker lap idea worked perfectly.
It did. I just wish I could see where the contact with Louis happened to put him into Sean's path there. That was brilliant.
Yeah, that was with me. I think I had a jigsaw car, I did. And I believe that, I thought it was Steve, but it must have been Louis, or did Steve come back onto the track and then Louis got involved and then Sean got involved?
Well, I saw a jigsaw car go hard into the wall in front of Sean, and Sean had nowhere to go and just launched off him. So Dan Turner takes pole on the reverse top 10. Nico Cordia will line up alongside him on the front row. Brady Stanley and Jonathan Turner in behind them. Then we roll back to Chris Zalewski, Leith Swinney, Jaco Venter, and Aaron Goodrick in 8th there. And then Darren Lobb and Stephen McCartan will round out the top 10. Then we go back to Matt Priest, Ben McMurray, Steve Darren, Dylan Radford, Wayne Hartnell, Brendan Brownie. As they're rolling off behind the safety car, we've got Louis Robinson in 17th, Bart Sabat, Tom McCall, Trent Bennett and Steve Arthur rounding out the grid.
Green, 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 green.
Oh, we've got the green flag. That was very quick. Oh, already!
Oh, Brady
Brady
Stanley and his
Stanley!
comeback, and I
Oh!
believe this is definitely going to be his
Oh!
safety car. You wouldn't
Has
read
to
about it,
be.
folks.
Oh, that was massive.
Oh, the iRacing safety truck is just parking up, and the MRP safety truck is going to be parking up out here on the track, and we'll catch the leaders. There is a lot of cars. So we've got Brady Stanley, Jonathan Turner, Ben McMurray, Steve Darren, Dylan Radford have all towed. Lee Swinney, we just had there on screen, is trying to make his way around as best he can. The safety truck is now in 15th position at the moment.
Well, that was absolutely nuts. So Nico Cordia has slowed it right down at the front. So I think his strategy here is try and save some fuel under the safety car and see if he can make it without stopping. And I think that's going to be a good call. Depending on how long they run under safety car, it'll take some laps off the race and it'll give them the option or the ability to save a little bit of fuel as well. And potentially it could remove the need for that pit stop. But wow. Let's,
The winners out of that, I can tell you, Bart Levitt and Lou Robinson both up 8 spots out of that. Tom McCall up 7 too. Are we going to have a replay of that, Shane?
yep,
We'll have a couple of laps under the safety car.
Yeah, I'm just getting that set up now. We're going to see Nico Cordia coming around. At some point he's going to find Dion de Graaf on the track.
So, Stefan McCartan, Matt Priest, Lou Robinson, Brendan Brownie, Wayne Hartnell and Lee Swinney have all come down the lane. So that is interesting.
Yeah, well, I guess if you were a little bit tight on being able to make it even with the same under the safety car, getting that little bit of extra fuel in the car now is only going to help you, isn't it?
Yes, that is a smart move by those 5-6 drivers.
Could be. So, Brady Stanley coming across on the Team West car there, and not sure where he expected him to go. Maybe he wasn't quite aware he was there. It's just firing hard into the fence, and
millions of dollars worth of sim racing cars have just exploded.
yeah, that is, well, thankfully nobody has to pay any real bills on that damage because that would be one expensive crash. That was huge.
Yeah, Ferraris, Porsches, Corvettes, BMWs, and a Ford GT. He's still in the pit lane, so it looks like Dylan Radford, Ben McMurray may have given up for the evening after that, or I don't know. I've got Ben McMurray joining back again now.
Oh, Leith almost picked his way through that one. Dylan Radford, oh, nowhere to go. Man, that was absolutely brutal.
Big cleanup.
Very much so.
I just egged Dion on too to give us a show when he pulls away from the pack.
So Nico Cordia is our race leader. He and Dan Turner swapping positions off the grid. Aaron Goodrick doing a good job to pick his way through that up 5 positions into third. Bart Slabbert and Tom McCall also big gains from their up 11 positions into 7th and 8th respectively. And just looking at the timing as well, looks like all but Dylan Radford and Ben McMurray, everybody else has managed to stay. Actually, Dylan Radford ticking over onto the lead lap as well. So I think that data might be cleansing itself out, and we might see Ben McMurray clear through onto the lead lap. He does, so everybody remaining on the lead lap.
Oh, that is good. Safety car has done the job of getting the back to somewhat normal. As we see, he's probably going to pull away soon, I think. Should go green this lap. I haven't heard anything yet.
I think maybe they're just waiting for Ben McMurray to catch the back of the pack. He's almost there now, so they could go green this lap, or they might just let it run another lap.
So we will be going green this lap. Sean McNamara has just said to Leon to go hard and get away from the field. As we see him accelerate away. Hopefully he bins it. That's what I've got my money on.
We need to keep an eye on that, don't we? So he's giving it the style points.
Oh, you go, look at that. Good transition through 10A, 10 and 10A, and up over the hill, and now he's going to try and get it into the lane. And now it's on Nico to hold the field at a steady pace until
until he chooses to go, really.
yeah, they're
He's
bunching
going
up.
away. Yep, he's gone in the final corner. Looks like Aaron Goodrick got a good reaction, and he's putting pressure on Dan Turner already. Darren Lobb looking to make his way through. He's already moved his way up into P6, taking advantage of that chaos. Oh, Jaco Venter, big loss into the wall. And Wayne Hartnell. Wayne Hartnell joining him in an almost identical crash. Oh, now they've found each other on the rejoin.
Oh, I see parking it up, I
Oh,
think. Here we got Aaron Goodrick putting the pressure on Dan Turner here.
yeah, getting the draft up the straight. He pulls out and he's got a little bit of an overlap. He's going to have the inside into the corner as well, and gets the better braking and is able to pull it up and negotiate that chicane cleanly. So he moves up to P2 and he's got eyes on Nico Cordia. Aaron, of course, put on a charge to climb onto the podium in race 1, and he's picked his way through that carnage, sitting up 6 spots now into P2. He's done a very good job early on this one, and he'll be keen to see if he can go on with this and get to the front and see if he can hold on for a race 1.
Yeah, so Stefan McCartan's our first of the cars that have made a stop, and he is in 6th currently, so he's up 4 spots from where he even started this race. He's made a stop. Has he saved enough fuel under safety car?
Yeah, well, it's going to be tight. I really don't know. Nico Cordia doing a good job out front at the moment though, stretching out a half-second lead over Aaron Goodrick. But Darren Lobb is coming quickly up to P5 and putting the pressure on Chris Zalewski. He's going to have a dive under brakes, gets it down there, Chris giving him the space, and Darren gets the job done nicely.
And the race control have just given 543 Brady Stanley a drive-through for causing the incident at the start of the race.
Yeah, I would agree with that one. We saw him coming across. I didn't quite catch who the Team Westco came across on was, but that car was there at the edge of the track already, and yeah, really had nowhere to go. I think maybe Brady just didn't quite realise that he had a car on his left there.
Yeah, he was pretty quick to apologise in the chat, taking the blame for that. So, and he is just taking his drive-through right now. So, fully obliged, and he's back out there in 15th position.
Aaron Goodrick's been able to close up to the back of Nico Cordia, so he's looking to make a play for the lead now. Nico getting a good exit out of that hairpin though, and just stretching out enough to be a little bit less vulnerable to the draft down here.
Oh, I'll be back in a sec.
Aaron not able to make the move there, but gets the good exit off the chicane. If he can carry the momentum through the final corner, he might be able to think about a move into turn 1. It's an unorthodox passing spot at turn 1, but it can be done. He has a look, but Nico able to sweep across to the apex there. Good battle going on here at the tail end of the top 10, and Louis Robinson locking a break and running straight on there, drops a couple of positions. But Slabbert is sitting in 7th position. He's got Tom McCall just in behind him. Aaron Goodrick's been able to be much closer to Nico Cordia this time around. Fakes to the outside, goes down the inside, bit of rear locking, gets it pulled up, but just had to concede some momentum, but he gets the exit off the chicane, gets alongside Nico and into the final corner. He's going to get that job done, but while they've been fighting, Dan Turner and Darren Lobb are close right up. Nico's going to go back down the inside, back to the front of the race. Absolute tit-for-tat battle here, and Darren Lobb has been able to pick off Dan Turner to move into P3, and now he's sweating all over the back of Aaron and Nico.
Well, I've come back and picked up, put the headphones on, and yeah, fierce battle going on here, isn't it? Domestic duties for me. I had to get the old towels on the dryer, so I've got some clean ones. Free power, 9 o'clock.
Good stuff. So Aaron still close to Nico Cordia, but again just not quite getting the exit, or Nico just getting a slightly better exit off that hairpin. But the draft is going to help Aaron close in, but Darren that little bit closer to Aaron than Aaron is to Nico. Nico takes the defensive line. Darren thought about going down the inside of Aaron, but had to slot back in there.
Aaron and Aaron.
Yeah, that's not confusing. Oh. Nico goes defensive, Aaron fires it back to the inside. Tries to do what Nico did. Oh, Nico's run it wide! Oh! Very easy thing to do there. Oh no! Aaron hard into the fence. And he got caught by someone as he bounced back on. I didn't quite catch who it was.
Oh, that car's
Oh, he's got a tow. Stephen McCartan, after all that, now P2, has taken a pit stop. Like everybody else in the field, we're not sure whether he's got enough fuel to get to the end, but he's probably in a slightly better position than anybody else because he has come to the lane under that safety car to take some fuel at least.
Ross Watson, is that Stefan lurking with intent in the background?
It is, and Darren just had some connection issues, but also potentially something else going on because Stefan's closed that gap right up. I do wonder if Darren is still having to save a little bit of fuel where Stefan maybe has enough or at least is having to save a bit less. Kristolewski in the lane, is this for damage or looks like the car's okay, so maybe this is just him saying he doesn't think he can make it without stopping. He's going to have to come in and get some fuel. Look at that damage on Aaron's car there.
Yeah, he put a call out to race control, so I'm not even sure what happened there. I wasn't looking at your screen, I just got the reaction.
Well, I was focusing on Nico running wide. and then saw Aaron bouncing off the wall, so I didn't actually see what happened, but we can pick up the replay on it. So there's Nico running wide. Oh,
It's a bit of net code there, I believe, and straight into Dan Turner backwards, and a weak clip from Chris Zaluski, so he would have had a little bit of damage, probably would have taken his fast repair at his pit stop.
so the slow-mo up over the hill. Yeah, potentially is a bit of netcode there. Darren up on the curb and bouncing off as well. It's going to be a hard one to unpack, but we will leave it to race control to make the call on that one.
Yeah, well, we got clear air there. Darren Lobb has been given a drive-through for that. So he's just been handed a drive-through penalty, car 199.
So Darren Lobb is going to have to take a trip through the lane. That is going to put Stefan McCartan to the front of the race once he serves that. Again, we really don't know where anybody is on fuel. They could be good, they might not be, we just don't know.
No, we'd like to think some of these ones that have recently made a stop are going to be okay.
Yeah, I think if you're stopping now, you should be absolutely fine to get to the end of the race. We've got just under 10 minutes to go, and we saw everybody do 15 minutes without stopping, no problems.
Yeah, so Chris Zaluski is currently in 12th, and he came in lap 9. So that, what lap are we on now? Lap 11. So he is the first of the cars that have made the latest stop, I guess. As we see Tom McCall coming in the lane to take his stop out of P7.
Yeah, so a few different strategies going on here. There's those who didn't put under safety car that potentially are trying to save fuel and get to the end. There's those that did put under safety car but probably still need to save some fuel to get to the end. And there's those that didn't put under safety car and have recently pitted or are going to pit soon that are just trying to run the standard no save all sprint strategy.
That's it, and they're having a sprint race where you don't have enough fuel, so you're just going to have to pencil that strategy in right from the start. Some people already have their plan, but that safety car at the start altered it, and did they make the right move? Did they not? We're going to find out. Stefan McCartan can make it home. Darren Lobb yet to come in the lane to take that drive-through too, so we'll see what happens there.
Bart Slebbert putting the move on Brady Stanley putting the move on Bart Slebbert. And moving up into P8, Jonathan Turner and Steve Darren are in the pits, so that's going to be a couple of extra spots there for Brady.
Yeah, they both came in the lane as well during that safety car too, so didn't quite have enough fuel.
Yeah, so that would tell us that if Stefan is planning to go to the end, he's still going to have a bit of saving to do. If those guys that also put in the safety car have had to come in, doesn't mean it's not possible to save it, but it just means that we know Stefan's still got some work to do on that front, and we'll just have to see if he can make it work or not.
Yeah, Chris Zaluski's moved his way up to 9th now, so he's the first of the guys that have made a pit stop outside of the safety car. And there's still 3 out there that haven't made a stop. As Darren Lobb is coming in, this won't be a stop, this will be a drive-through for him though, so he can't take pit during this.
Well, he's moving in towards the service lane here. So he is going to take service now, so he's still going to have to come back through probably next lap to take his penalty. looks like he's going to come out just ahead of Bart Slabbit there in P4. But as we say, he is going to have to be back in to serve that penalty at some point.
We're going 20 minutes. We must have been 5 minutes under the safety truck too.
Yeah, I would say that's about right.
Yeah, I'd like to be a fly in Stefan's car there looking at his fuel gauge. Come on, SDK, give us more data. I'd like to have everybody's fuel level. That would be handy.
And we can certainly look at his dash, but unfortunately, when you're watching on somebody, iRacing doesn't give you the fuel numbers. It just gives you a whole bunch of zeros on tyre temps and pressures and fuel and all that stuff. So we can see the timing and the gear and the speed and the revs. We can't see how much fuel he's got in the car. We can't see what his tyre temps and pressures are. He can see all that, but we can't. Looks like Darren Lobb's serving that drive-through now. And he drops into P6. Should stay ahead of Steve Darren, so back to P6 for Darren there on that one.
Yeah, still up 3 spots from where he started.
Not bad at all.
Though, up 14 spots.
Oh. Dan Turner ran it through the dirt there. That's allowed Leith Swinney to... Actually, I think it was Leith that ran it through the dirt, and that allowed Dan Turner to get alongside and put a pass on there. This is a tight wee battle pack here, so from Leith all the way through to Darren in 5th really, those guys are all within, well, gaps between the cars are all within a second, and Darren's even moved to within a second on Jonathan Turner now.
Yeah, Stefan McCartan though, he's 30 seconds almost lead at the front at the moment, and we're down to about 2.5 minutes. So where is he on the track? He's halfway through lap 16. So I reckon 1 more, 2 more. Wow, 1 more. Hey, and then it's going to be checkered flag.
Yeah, could be 2 more. Yeah, I think it's going to be 2 more.
So he took 4.2 seconds of service during the safety car, and then if he's going to make it home, oh, we've got a big incident. Brendan Brownie involved, Ben McMurray, a couple of Porsches.
Oh, Brownie, big damage there.
I like how it puts them in pit lane damage now too, eh?
Oh.
Good look at it.
Oh. Yeah, that was super unfortunate there. Brownie just dropping it all by himself, and with that front wheel coming off, no control over where the car went from there, and just caught Ben McMurray on track there. So next time by we should get the white flag. I was on the roll bar when you called out that crash. The reason I went on board with Stefan, I'm not sure if you can hear it on your end, Corey, but it does not sound like Stefan is... Oh, and that's a big lift down into here. But he's got the time behind him to be able to just cruise and absolutely save as much fuel as he possibly can. He's not coming to the pits, so he's committed to trying to make it. He will get the white flag this time by. Interestingly, he crossed the line with about 30 seconds to go, and Nico Cordia was just within inside 30 seconds. So if he had tried to run the clock down to not do this extra lap, it would have caught him out there. So he had to do the extra lap.
Yeah, Nico came in lap 14 and got 6.7 was his stop, so he took more fuel than what Stefan has taken as well. So credit to Stefan if he makes it here. It's a bloody good job.
You will listen
Light
in to see if we can hear any signs of coughing.
Lightfoot Stefan.
Worth noting though, still carrying plenty of momentum through the corners. Just short shifting, lifting out of the throttle area, and he's actually carried the throttle a lot further down into the chicane this time. So I think he's confident now that he's got enough to get there, and he's going to bring it around the final corner. And even if he runs out now, he can coast. He makes it the double win tonight. Great effort to save the fuel to get there. Nico Cordia sitting in P2. Darren Lobbs has been able to make his way around Krystolewski into P3. But Nico Cordia is going to do a fine job to finish where he started and take out second position in this one. Darren Lobb has just moved ahead of our Raceweek sponsor Krystolewski, so Racecrafts not quite making the podium. Darren Lobb picks up a podium despite the drive-through. Krystolewski coming home in P4, our Raceweek sponsor. Steve Dower in P5, Jonathan Turner P6, Tom Nicole P7, Dan Turner 8th, Brady Stanley 9th, Leith Swinney rounding out the top 10, Matt Priest 11th, Bart Sabbitt's already towed back to the pits, he came home in 12th, Louis Robinson coming through the final section of the track now and around the final corner, he takes P13. And Wayne Hartnell has the chicane in the last couple of corners to negotiate, but he is the last guy on the lead lap, so as long as he gets to the line, he will finish P14.
Oh, and then that just like that, GTE racing on Thursday is done.
Yeah, it is. Another Thursday night wrapped up, and I mentioned at the end there, as I talked about Krystolewski, that his brand Racecrafts are our Raceweek sponsor this week. I don't think we've mentioned them enough tonight. So, Racecrafts, they gave us a couple of prizes to give away on Tuesday night, which was pretty cool, and yeah, they're our Raceweek sponsor. If you're in the market for any sim racing accessories, head to racecrafts.co.nz and find their full range there. They are also on Facebook at racecrafts.nz, at racecraftsnz, sorry. Big
Yeah,
thanks. Sorry, Corey.
yeah, we love it. All the Kiwi sim racing communities getting in behind all the local guys, and the local guys are our race week sponsors too, as well as our main sponsors and everyone else, and just all the different kinds of products you can buy now. So cool, like 3D printing's made stuff next level, hasn't it? And Racecraft specialise in doing a lot of that stuff too. So um, even Logitech sequential shifter mod for your 6-speed. I've got one of those personally, and I just got some bigger rubber bands, and that's perfect. That's sequential shifter now. I love that.
Yeah, good stuff. And of course, another local New Zealand sim racing company, Manon Racing Products, MRP. Not just sim racing, they do real racing stuff as well. And through COVID, branched out into sim racing and have been a long time supporter of Supercars NZ. So check them out, mrp.co.nz. Actually, I think mrpsimracing.co.nz for their sim racing range there. And of course, Napa Auto Parts sponsor the Broadcasting Lounge. Big thanks to Napa and big thanks to iRacing for giving us this platform to go racing on. It's such an awesome thing that we're able to do, to be able to jump on and have a race with each other from the comfort of our own homes.
Yeah, that's right. And every Tuesday and every Thursday, you can catch us on the Broadcasting Lounge, YouTube and Facebook. And get it, if you're watching it now, give us a sub. Tell your mum to sub. Tell your sister. Tell your brother. Tell your cousin. and we'll love you. And you can, if you're in the league and looking for something to do tomorrow night, you've got Piston Cup 2.0. If it's on, Sean will have something sorted for that. And Tuesday we're off to Snedden 300 for the V8s, and then we're off to Laguna Seca, another awesome track. This GTE season has had an amazing set of tracks. It's so good. So it still gets even better. So there's Laguna Seca and there's still Imola, Detroit, and Monza left. So we're going to finish off this season with an absolute blast.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Always looking forward to racing, but yeah, some great tracks coming up. And yeah, can't wait to get to each one of those tracks. Big thanks to you, Corey, for joining me in the lounge tonight.
No, as always, happy as. It's most likely the highlight of my week.
Good stuff, and thanks to everybody at home for tuning in as well. And we will see you all on Thursday for some V8s at Snedden. Can't wait. See you there.